WBTV News starts right now with breaking news.
One person is dead after an apparent shooting in East Charlotte. New video from the scene shows a massive police presence in the parking lot of what appears to be a Food Lion on the plaza. Thanks for joining us for your news at 6 here on this Thursday. I'm Siobhan Bryan.
And I'm John Carter. Now, that situation is unfolding as we come on air tonight.
Let's get right to WBTV's Forrest Tucker. They're live on the scene. So, Forrest, again, we know one person is dead. Tell us what you're seeing out there and what are you hearing from people on the ground?
Siobhan, John, we just spoke to Major Tory Tellis. He handles a lot of what happens here in East Charlotte for CMPD. He tells us that one person is in custody in relation to this shooting. They received a call around 4:30 for an assault with a deadly weapon in this Food Lion parking lot behind me. When they got on scene, they saw one person and they were pronounced dead on scene there. That homicide that you just mentioned, the one person who's passed away and then one in custody. This was an isolated road rage incident between two parties, Major Tellis tells us, and the victim's vehicle is the one that crossed the street and it crashed into a building. It went out of control. The suspect's vehicle is in the middle of the parking lot. It's a gray Honda Accord that many officers were congregating around. Lots of witnesses, Major Tellis tells us, who saw this happen. It was a busy time of day. It's also busy on the roads. WTR's Boulevard at the plaza, this intersection that is in front of me, pointing behind our camera, is very backed up. Lots of police presence around right now. We'll keep you updated as we learn more, as we hopefully talk to some people in the area who tell us what may have happened in their own versions. Live in East Charlotte, Forrest Tucker, WBTV, on your side.
All right, Forrest, thank you. And we'll, of course, keep you posted as we learn more. To other news now, a big night for the Charlotte Hornets as they return to action for the first time in over a week.
Yeah, just yesterday, one of their star players made big headlines as one of our top stories. Charlotte Hornets point guard LaMelo Ball seen here crashing into another vehicle in uptown Charlotte Wednesday. Now, this dash cam video shared with us showing the all-star basketball player crash almost head-on into another vehicle. No one was seriously hurt. However, many are asking how that crash happened in the first place.
A day removed and after a week off for the All-Star break, the Hornets are back in action. They'll host the Houston Rockets an hour from now. That's where we find sports director Nate Wimberly live inside the Spectrum Center.
And Nate, the biggest question is tonight, is LaMelo Ball good to go for tonight's game?
Yeah, John, LaMelo Ball is good to go. He will start as the Charlotte Hornets will host the Houston Rockets tonight here at the Spectrum Center. Now, this is video of LaMelo early this morning at Hornets shoot-around. He's looking good, and there are no ill effects from yesterday's crash. The accident happened an hour or so after the Hornets wrapped up practice yesterday here at the arena. It shook everyone in the organization, but the blessing is everyone is okay, says Hornets head coach Charles Lee.
The first thing when you hear about any type of accident is you hope all parties involved are okay and they're healthy and they're safe. And so he was able to come in today feeling good, ready to go, and he'll be ready to play tonight.
Now, LaMelo hasn't addressed the media yet since the accident. Maybe we'll hear from him tonight after the game. Just kind of depends on how he feels and how he plays. But this is yet another distraction for this team. Last week, it was the big fight with Detroit, and some players got suspended. What did they do after that? They came out and beat the Atlanta Hawks. We'll see how they respond to this distraction tonight. Hopefully, they can get a win versus the Houston Rockets. We'll have all the highlights tonight at 11. Right now, we're live inside of the Spectrum Center. Nate Wimberly, WBTV Sports 3 on your side.
I'm just glad to hear that LaMelo's showing up because with Miles Bridges and Diabate both out, we're just glad that one of the other stars is still going to be in place. Nate, thank you. So earlier today, WBTV captured Ball's wrecked vehicle. You see the Hummer there in a tow lot here in Charlotte. The customized Hummer seen with its wheel completely ripped off. We asked Charlotte-Mecklenburg police for records of the crash, but we were denied that access. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
If you are heading uptown for the game or just headed out for the evening, wow, you're in luck. We got a gorgeous night ahead of us. You may not even need a jacket. These are live pictures of the Charlotte skyline from our HD Tower cam. Not looking too bad out there right now. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Villegas. And Lisa, a record-breaking day today, right?
That is correct. So our record today was 78 degrees. That was our temperature. Now, the previous record set back in 2014, that was at 76 degrees. So we broke the record today. And guess what? we're going to do it again tomorrow. At least our forecast is projected at around 80 degrees. The record tomorrow, set back in 2014, that is 77 degrees. So that's why we have that first alert. Like I said, we had record-breaking heat today, and we'll watch for it tomorrow. Now, something unique about tomorrow. Yeah, we're getting ready for the heat in the afternoon, but in the morning, it's going to be a little odd. One, it will be very muggy outside. Temperatures are going to be in the mid-60s, so a very warm start. Cloud cover in place. Can't even rule out some showers in the middle of the morning. So after that, we go from the warm up to more sunshine. That rain, that's going to happen more so, like I said, the middle of the morning, 9, 10 o'clock, probably my two favorite hours for us right along I-85. But like I said, we do clear out. We're going to talk more about rain chances here through the weekend. Coming up next.
Sounds good, Lisa. Thank you. Family members of a 15-year-old killed in Uptown Charlotte outraged over a plea deal handed down to the boy's killer.
WBTV's Natisha Lance was in the courtroom as the family made their case for there to be no plea deal. And she is joining us now live outside the courthouse with reaction and the sentence. So a really emotional day there today, wasn't it, Natisha?
Yeah, John, and of course we know that these cases are never easy for the families of victims. The court allows for those families to make a statement before the judge hands down their sentence, and of course we know that can come with a lot of emotions.
Every morning I wake up, every night I have to go to sleep carrying grief. The words can barely hold.
The mother of 15-year-old Matthias Crockett made her plea to a judge before he sentenced the man who killed her son Thursday morning.
My 15-year-old son was more than a victim in the case. He was my child, my joy, my future. He had dreams he hadn't yet fulfilled.
Keyshawn Boyd walked into court with a grin as he greeted his attorney. The demeanor immediately set up emotions from Crockett's mother, seated on the opposite side of the courtroom.
He comes out smiling, smirking. That I can never get my son back, but you still have your life. You still have your life.
On January 22nd last year, Boyd left his car running at the intersection of 8th and Graham Streets as he made a DoorDash delivery.
And I saw him drop off the food and then walk back towards the car. It was a red car. Walk back towards there and just pull out and start shooting.
Did he shoot at somebody?
Yeah, the driver of the car.
A 911 call was made seconds after Keyshawn Boyd shot 15-year-old Matthias Crockett 5 times, killing him. Crockett was unarmed. Boyd claims he found the teen trying to steal his car.
When this happened, a couple of points I think that are important. This was late at night. He certainly wasn't able to determine that it was a 15-year-old boy in his car.
The defense said Boyd was legally carrying a gun and trying to protect his property. Initially, Boyd was charged with murder, but accepted a plea to a lesser charge of voluntary manslaughter.
So I just want you to look in my face, bro. Be a man. Be a man, bro.
Your Honor, can I be directed to the court?
Yes. That concludes. You ain't giving him a chance, man.
One family member was escorted out of court by 3 deputies for moving toward the defendant as he gave his statement. The defendant did not speak in court, but offered a statement through his attorney.
He is devastated by what happened. He does feel remorse for what happened.
And the judge sentenced Keyshawn Boyd to 48 to 70 months. He also gets time served for 393 days in jail so far. He will also have to pay restitution costs. Live at the Mecklenburg County Court, Natisha Lance, WBTV, on your side.
Natisha, thank you. Another family also getting some closure today. Laquan Ho appeared in court today for his role in a quadruple shooting at an Uptown nightclub last year. He faces more than a half-dozen charges and pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison. This video from the night of that shooting. 1 person died, 3 others were hurt. The dispute started over someone Ho was with being denied entry to the club for being underage.
A major break in a decades-long cold case in Charlotte. Charlotte Mecklenburg police investigators tonight now revealing who they think killed a Charlotte woman. They've made an arrest, but they killed a Charlotte woman in her home 35 years ago. You're watching WBTV News at 6. We're back in 3 minutes.